Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Carly, and today's video is going to be our kindergarten homeschool picks for the school year of 2022 to 2023. So I'm just going to quickly review the curriculum we're using for each subject, something that I might add in mid-year, end of year, we'll see. And yeah, I'll kind of give you a sample schedule too of what we plan to follow. That way if you're interested in some of this curriculum, that might be helpful, or even if you're not, it might apply for whatever curriculum you choose. So if you're interested, please keep watching. If you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to this channel. All right, let's get into it. So the bulk of our curriculum is all from one company, but I did decide to add in an additional math. So we'll start with that. And the math that I chose is Kindergarten Math with Confidence by Kate Snow. This curriculum is fairly affordable. It was about $30-something ish. I found it on Amazon, and it comes with a instructor guide and also a student workbook. If you are teaching multiple children, I'm not sure if you could just buy the workbook on Amazon, so you might want to keep that into consideration. But if you go to their website, it shows you where they sell their curriculum. So maybe you can find an additional workbook there. So the bulk of our curriculum, like I said, is all from one company, and they include a little bit of math in their science portion, I believe, but a lot of people seem to supplement with another math, including the woman who wrote the curriculum. So the reason that I finally decided to choose this curriculum is because it's pretty hands-on. It's also pretty gentle. It's broken up into 10 units, and each unit is about 4 weeks. Some are only 2 weeks, but it looks like majority are 4 weeks. Everything is written out pretty nice. There's an introduction on how to use it. It even tells you about how long each kind of lesson should take. It gives you like an estimation. It gives you scheduling tips. There's unit checkpoints within the story. And something else was that you don't have to buy extra pieces. So this is elementary math. You're going to use manipulatives, but this curriculum kind of focuses on using things that you have around the house. So it tells you how to create your how to create your math kit. And it will kind of tell you right here, if you guys can see, what it is that you'll need. It's not specific to anything. You didn't have to buy these specific manipulatives. I'm sure a lot of people probably have some of these on hand, so it's nice that you didn't have to specifically buy the kit. We have coins on hand, either real coins or realistic coins with my daughter's cash register. We have blank index cards. We have counters. It says the only thing that most people may not have on hand is pattern blocks. We actually do have those on hand, so I like that we were able to use those things without having to purchase more. There was another math kit that I was looking at from a pretty popular curriculum brand, but you had to purchase the kit, and we just have so many other things. I didn't want to add more. So like I said, I really like that. So getting into week 1, it tells you what you're going to be focusing on. I'm not sure how well you guys will be able to see it, but it gives you an overview, the household items you will need, weaving math into everyday life, math book of the week. So that was another big plus, is they suggest books every week to go with your lesson. So if your child is interested in starting to read, or probably more listening to stories, then that is also really cool. I really like that. My daughter loves just kind of like playing with something simple and listening to me read. So I think that's going to be a great addition. I love that they recommend the books instead of me having to hunt something down that might go with our lesson. And then moving on to the student workbook, this is what the first workbook page looks like. So you're tracing the one, you are circling the ones, super simple. It says that each workbook page should take between 2 to 5 minutes. I'll just show you kind of some towards the back of the book. So this is like the end of the year. Yeah, so pretty simple stuff. Besides doing the workbook, I wanted to mention that the activities are pretty hands-on. I said that and I completely just skipped over it when I was looking at the lessons. So activity 1, which is your introduction, so for lesson 1.1. Before you get into the workbook, you're gonna do an activity, so an introduction, and then there's another activity, and then you actually get into the workbook, and it's very well like written out. Can you hold up one finger? And then it says what the child should do. Look at my face. I have one nose. Can you point to your one nose? And it tells you exactly what the child should do. So very simple, hands-on, moving, doing, and then your simple workbook page. So I really like that. I'm interested. Well, I'm excited to get into it. And yeah, this is our math pick for the year. Next, I'm gonna get into the rest of the subjects, which are all here. And everything else that we chose is from Blossom and Root. I bought the entire kindergarten bundle. Those bundles are on sale right now. Actually, all of their curriculum is on sale right now until the 30th of this month. It is the 21st, April 21st, 2022 while I'm filming this. So hopefully, if you are interested in Blossom and Root, excuse me. Hopefully, if you are interested in Blossom and Root, you can get it before the sale ends. But I do believe that they have an additional sale in the fall. So if you're someone who kind of starts later in the fall or like fall time homeschooling, then maybe you could even catch that sale then. So first we have language arts, and it's a gentle beginning early elementary language arts level 0. So you have your copy and the student copy. So Math with Confidence, they send you both books. Blossom and Root is a digital product. They do have some type of partnership with Hard Copy HQ. So that's where I got our things print and bound. You do not have to get everything printed. You could just do the student workbooks if you wanted, because they also have clickable links. So I use both the hard copy and the computer. That way I can utilize those links. But anyways, this is their early elementary language arts. And you have, it looks like about 3 pages per week, but very simple pages. Let's see. I'm right by a window, so of course it probably won't focus very well, but you can see this is a very simple page. This is the first page in the workbook. And you have a weekly journal entry and a narration from the story that you read, I believe. And it's really cool because it's very simple. Your child is not really required to write anything yet if they don't want to. There's a lot of drawing. So a pretty simple child's workbook. It is called A Gentle Beginning. So yeah, so within their curriculum, it shows you again, planning and scheduling. This is an example of a 5-day per week schedule, but it also kind of tells you how to turn that into a 4-day schedule or a 3-day schedule. So every week you'll have literature. You're gonna read that week's literature selection. It says or start it. So if you're doing a 5-day week, you can kind of stretch it out a little bit. You're gonna do your copy work, and then you're gonna start reading lesson 1. Day 2, you're gonna continue your literature if you need to, finish your reading lesson. Day 3, you have your journal prompt. You're gonna start reading lesson 2. Day 4, you're gonna do your narration, finish reading lesson 2, and then day 5, you can just complete another literature enrichment activity. In addition to what you already did earlier in the week, and then you catch up on any work that you missed. So pretty simple, pretty basic. Let's see. You have all of your reading lists right here. Or actually, it's called Week at a Glance, and it kind of shows you your literature, your writing and copy work, and your reading for the week. I'm not sure if that actually pulled up. Blossom and Root does give you examples for every single curriculum or every single subject that you can download and see if it's something that you're interested in. So you'll download a week and just kind of look through it. Every book has the required reading. It has supplies. It also offers like a list of supplemental reading if you want to add into it. All right, something else that I like in these is week 1, exploring names. It has your literature, your language arts lessons, and your reading lessons with a little box where you can just simply check it off once you're finished. And that's it. That's the whole week right here on this front page. Everything is really straightforward. Journaling. Read the prompt in the student notebook to your child. Write down your child's response on the lines provided. They may also wish to add a picture. Something that I've seen in their early years curriculum is not really to push drawing a picture if your child chooses not to. Not every child enjoys drawing everything. So you could either take a picture if that's something you can do and print it, or you guys can kind of Google different images of what your child is writing about, and you guys can choose one together, print it out, and paste it. Super simple. All right, next from Blossom and Root, we have my outdoor classroom. This comes with 3 books. You have your parent guide, your student notebook, and then I believe that this is just pictures of the animals that you're learning per week. I would assume that they kind of did this because you're outside. Maybe you don't have access to all of your technology that you typically do inside. And these are really like nice, clear, vibrant pictures. So I really like that. Hardcopy HQ does a really good job at printing things out. I also have our curriculum for pre-K printed out through them. So what their nature study looks like is you will spend time every week reading nature lore. You will do a nature study activity outside, and then you will do a nature study notebook entry. The student notebook, again, is pretty simple. So right here, this is an example for week 3, animal profile 1. You're gonna check off or color in which animal it is that you chose. So they give you an option of some notes about it. Obviously you can help, and then you would either draw or paste a picture here. A very simple workbook to fill out. My daughter loves being outside. She loves learning about animals. We really enjoy the nature study in the pre-K. And I think that this is going to be super fun and simple for us to do together. All right, next we have the Great Space Adventure, which is their science. Again, it comes with your parent guide, student notebook. What's really cool about their science is the whole year is kind of like an adventure for your child. They're documenting different things throughout the year, but it's kind of like one whole story that goes with each other. And the student workbook is set up like a captain's log. So you start to learn about the date. You're filling out the date manually, and then you do the activity below. It looks like most weeks have only 1 page, except for the first week, where you're also gonna fill out your astronaut profile, which is really cute again. So it is pretty interactive. You're filling out your captain's log throughout the year. I think it's something my daughter's really gonna enjoy. She's super interested in space right now. They also give you besides a supply list, I'm so jumbled today. A book list of highly recommended books that you would use throughout the year, and it kind of tells you like which ones you could use like the most, or which ones you wouldn't use as much if you're kind of trying to pick and choose which is really cool. They offer a lot of supplemental books throughout all of their curriculum, which is nice for those of you who really like to read and you don't feel pressured to buy most of these things. We found a lot of our books this year at the library, so that's perfect. You can just borrow it and give it back when you're done. So each week there is a mission that you're gonna complete, and there is a letter to the captain. So, good morning, Captain. Today we received a transmitted message from a planet just outside of our solar system. This is what it said. Greetings, Earth friends. My name is Zula, and I live on planet L21 or L21. So I believe that Zula is very engaged throughout the whole year. I may be wrong, but I think this is a really cute setup to kind of get started to learn about space. My daughter's gonna enjoy something like this. And it says, introduce your child to this curriculum, what an astronaut does. It's pretty simple. What an astronaut does, you're gonna record in your captain's log, your optional extra pages, supplemental books. It gives you videos to watch, websites to visit, and extra activities to complete. So I also like that because if my child is super interested in that week, that lesson, they give so many things to just expand the lesson if you choose to. And last, we have their early elementary arts and history. So it's arts and the history of me. Again, I really like this setup. I love Blossom and Root. I really do enjoy, because we're still doing it. They're preschool, so for me it just works, and I've decided to continue with it, and I really love the setup. The history of me is for week 1. You're gonna draw or paste a picture of yourself, your child's name, how I got my name. And throughout the weeks, they're gonna just learn more about them, their family, which is really cool. And then in the back of this book, they're gonna have an artist study with the artist's name. And then they're also gonna have a composer study with the composer's name. Obviously within the parent guide, it's gonna tell you which, who is which week, or you get it guys. Again, it gives you an idea of how to do a 4-day week or a 3-day week. So that's really cool. It'll probably be a 4-day week for us. I'm saying that, but I actually wrote down a sample schedule, so I probably should look at that. So the composer and the artist pages that I showed you is not every week. So weeks 1 through 4, you're gonna focus on one artist, one musician, or a composer. Again, extra books if you want, a supply list. I also like that they break down the supplies within the week, so don't feel pressure to buy everything at the beginning of the year. That could be super expensive. You can definitely break it down, and it again breaks up everything for you. Part 1, the history of me. Weeks 1 to 5, the history of me. Week 1 topic, how I got my name. Part 2, picture and artist study is Claude Monet. And then your composer study, and your part 4 is exploring and expressing art. So you're gonna learn a little bit of history of you. You're gonna learn about your artist and their piece of art that you're learning about. You're gonna learn about your composer and maybe like a certain song or certain songs. They'll change it up every week, so you're studying them for a few weeks. You're gonna study a few pieces of their music, a few pieces of their art, etc. And then you're also gonna create art. They're gonna show you different techniques, which I really like. We currently do that within the early years, and that's it. I know that was super quick, just kind of flipping through. The point of this video is really just to show you what we chose, what I'm choosing for our curriculum. Again, we use this for preschool and I really like it. Math with Confidence, I think, is going to be a great way to introduce some math. I know that my daughter does know some of the beginning math, but she's not really writing her numbers. So it'll be a nice slow introduction to some of what she already knows while learning new skills. And again, it'll help to build up the confidence, so Math with Confidence, and help her to excel into more math. If you would have noticed, I'm not gonna teach my child to read yet. It's not something that I wanna do yet. I wanna make sure that she is recognizing all her letters and sounds. She's doing pretty well, but there are a few letters that she still mixes up. So maybe once we get to the end of preschool and kind of do a final end of the year review, that may change. But as of right now, I'm not purchasing a separate like reading curriculum, like teaching her to read. But I do think that eventually within the year, I will start to incorporate reading eggs. I've seen a lot of people who like Blossom and Root or other secular gentle curriculums. People who like Charlotte Mason, they all seem to like reading eggs. It seems to be a gentle approach. And so that's what I'm leaning towards if I do decide to teach my daughter to read. But we're not there yet. I just wanted to mention reading eggs in case you guys were looking for something like that. So I have a whole bunch of notes written down. Currently we do a 3-day preschool week. It's kind of been 3 and 4 days, but it's mainly 3. And so what I plan to do next year for K is a 4-day work week. And I kind of wrote notes on how I can change that up if needed. But I have Tuesday, Math, Language Arts, Art and History, Nature Study. Wednesday, Math, Language Arts, Art History, Science. Thursday, Math, Language Arts, Art History, Nature Study again. And then Friday, Math, Language Arts, Art History, and Science. If my daughter starts to struggle with language arts, I plan to maybe start that on Monday and just have Monday as a little intro to our work week and just focus on language arts. I can also condense art and history to 3 days, so I have more time to focus on language art. And I also wrote down that I can condense nature study to 1 day a week, which the curriculum does show you how to do that. And then whatever day I don't have nature study, we'll spend a longer period of time on language arts. I'm not sure why I'm thinking language arts is going to be the hardest, but I just feel like it has the most bulk of what we'll be doing. So yeah, that's my idea of a schedule for a 4-day school week. I think it's definitely possible to condense to 4 days, but we'll just have to go along and see. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me just kind of telling you what we're planning to do next year, what I chose. If you guys like Blossom and Root, Math with Confidence, Reading Eggs, let me know. If you plan to use any of those, let me know. Even if you have dislikes about them, also let me know, because as we go through, maybe I'll find some of those dislikes as well. What else are you guys adding in for kindergarten? Is there something I'm missing? Do you guys think that there's something I should be adding in? Again, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, again, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And I will see you guys very soon.